Okie dokie. This is a tutorial just for some simple Photoshop edits. I've had a couple of people, well, no, I've had one person say about, oh, I'd love to mess around on my own, but wouldn't know what I'm doing. It is so easy. I mean, the Photoshop I'm working with it's actually kind of an old Photoshop, but it still does the job. So whether you have an older one or a newer one, you'll still be able to do it. So for this particular edit, I've been asked to do a name change. Now, I've already got the file here, so what I need to do is go over this side here, click where it's got the little text box, make sure I've got the text icon selected over on the left hand side, click within it, and then I can start making changes to the name. If I wanted to make the colour different, I can. If I want to make it bigger or smaller, all I've got to do is highlight it. And if you've got a wheel on your mouse in the middle, if I click in the text box up here, and then take the wheel up and down, I'm just rolling. Yeah, okay, I like that. That's a nice size. So let's just move that there. So let's do an A. The A and the R look so similar. I've only just thought it looks like I'm just saying die. But I'm happy with that. So all I'm going to do is save it. This just saves the PSD file. So if I wanted to send this whole file to someone else and they wanted to do some work, they could do that there. But if I want to save it as an image to be used as a gamer picture, for example, you have to go File, and you know what, I'll just do it again because I said it whilst I wasn't actually doing it. And now, is it frozen? Yes, it's frozen. Oh, of course. Cancel. Right, so yeah, if you want to save it as an actual file to use, like a bitmap, JPEG, PNG, whatever, where it says Save for Web and Devices, you click on that. And then we wait. Then you've got all these presets up here. GIF, JPEG, PNG. I tend to work, well, for game pictures I would use PNG 24. You don't need to change anything here. Once you change that to PNG 24, just click Save. It will then open up somewhere where you want to do it, and I've already done Tori 1 before, so this one I'm just going to add an O2 to the end, and then save, and then we are done when it decides it wants to go away. Please go away soon. Pretty please. Oh, sometime today. Right, there we go. So if I wanted to edit one that was already, so Jenna, Curse, this part's for you. If you wanted to, if I sent you the PSD file along with the font file for XI Fiction, which is this particular font here for the name, not the bit that says FLT, but here for the name. If I sent you the file of your one, which I still have, and you wanted to edit it, over on the right hand side, it just works as layers. You have different layers within a Photoshop file, for the most part anyway. And if I untick this eye, it will make that disappear. If I untick this bottom one, it will make all the colour disappear. If I untick this one in the middle, everything's gone. So let's bring it all back, and I've done it in a certain order. So if you wanted to buckle back with your one, what I would say is delete this bottom layer. Now there's a reason for that. If I just show the bottom layer, it looks a mess. Okay, so I'm just going to open up. See, whenever there's someone new or someone who I have not created a gamer tag before, if it's someone new or someone that haven't done one before, like a new member or not, I will use this blank template, and it's as simple as, see, I know it might seem odd, but this top layer is actually the same as the bottom layer. I've got two of the same layers in the same picture. Why? Well, there's a reason. See, what I do is I turn the top one off. See, whatever you're working on, Let me just get a colour. So if I press to select this layer, the layer that I'm working on, you see it only goes behind because the layer that is shown, they're called layers because they're layered on top of each other. So if I swap these around, if I drag that down and put it underneath, you'll see that that comes up. So if I then click on the top one and then work on the top one, it'll start making changes to it. If I then drag that underneath, it'll be replaced by this one, which I've not done any work to. So you don't necessarily have to have the top layer be the one you're working on, and that works because, hold on, let's just get rid of all this. Is everything gone? Yeah. The reason why I do that, so even though this one on the top is the one, I'm not going to edit that one. Well, not yet anyway. I'm going to edit the one underneath. So say this is for a new person. So let's just pick some nice. Let's just pick some nice bright blues. Okay. Yeah, that's nice. So the easiest thing for me to do is to get that brush tool. Make sure I have the bottom one selected with the top one. Don't touch it. Just have the bottom one selected. And then I'll just start colouring in the blank bits like this. And then I don't have to worry about any of the black bits because it's almost as if I'm working between the layers. And when I unview the top layer, it looks like that. So basically what I do is I work on a bottom layer, I colour it in and do all this, blah blah blah. That's why I get really like, yeah, no problem, whatever, when anyone thanks me for doing something, because it's really not that difficult. I should have made that bigger. Hold on. There we go, that's easy. Boom, boom, boom. So yeah, so I'm working on that layer, and then what I'll do is I'll put a copy of the same layer back over it, and then you have this. Now, if I want to add in the name, I make sure I click on the top layer, because if I click the bottom one, you're not going to see it, so we need it to be on top, so I've got to click that top layer now. Go to the text box, make sure I've got white. This is all the colour. You can put the colours in here, so black and white. Just click white here, click here, and I think this is a long time coming, to be honest. Down. Meant to say Dave, but just like I said, down. And that is how you create a new one. So going back to one that already exists, so say, Kirst, this is your one. If you wanted to change anything, you could just all do it on this layer. So have this bit selected here, to make sure it's turned on. You don't want to have any of the top ones selected. The only one you want to have selected is the bottom one where it's already got the colours. So this one here, this one where it's selected at the bottom. And then in theory, what you could do is if you wanted to paint colours, you could just you could pick any of the colours on the right hand side. You could pick any colours on the right hand side. Oh god, that is dismal. Where the bright yellow? Oh, okay. Brightest yellow. Oh, okay, that's nice. So, say if you wanted to muck about, you could just do that. And because, like I said, we're working in between layers when we do it like this, it only affects this bit here, see? So it doesn't affect any of that text or anything. Oh, that looks weird, but put it back on. See, the text is on the top layer. So it just works by layers. You have different layers that you work on, and depending on the order of them, will determine if they are seen or not. Because at the moment, look, I've got all the eyes on, but the text is in between, and you can't see it because this top layer, which is just this, that is a white piece of text, and it's underneath that, so you're not going to see it because it's just covering it. I've made that mistake quite a few times. I've gone to put the name in, and I've accidentally had this one down here selected. And when you have this selected down here, and you select a new text box, it puts it above that. It doesn't put it at the top, it just puts it above the layer you're working on. So whenever you click to make a text box, always make sure you've the layer that you want it to appear on top of is the one that you have selected. So yeah, I've made that mistake a few times. So yeah, carrying on. Make sure whatever layer you want to edit is the one that you've got selected over here on the right hand side. So like I said, I've got this one selected, and it's not making a complete mess because like I said, we're working between layers. And then I'll just turn the name back on. Or, okay, if you want to get really fancy, what I actually did with your one, Jenna, I actually went on the web and I found a picture. I don't know if I still have it here. Do I have it here? Wagley? What was that for Wagley? Oh yeah, that was Wagley's one. Okay, we'll just pick that there. But in theory, you could pick any photo. But I found that I wanted to pick this one. But you'll see in a moment why it didn't really work too well. So I'm just gonna over here click this sort of like it's the second one down. It's like a selection tool. You can select all, whatever. I'm just gonna control A, select all, Control C, copy, come over here and Control V, paste. Now it's automatically created a new layer above this. So doesn't matter. I'm gonna click this little tool. I don't know what that tool's called. I honestly don't know what it's called. It's the move tool. There you go. But actually I don't want that one selected. So I'll select the rectangular marquee tool, right click the image and current layer we're working on, free transform. Gonna work? Yeah, okay. And all I'm gonna do is size it down so that it's just sort of shrunk in. There we go. And then what I'm going to do, select to save the changes, blah blah blah. I'm going to put that back over. It just looks a bit weird around this area because it's too bright. Up here works because of the pink. Down here works because of the blue, but around here in the middle, it just looks kind of. So yeah, we're just going to delete that layer, and in order to do that, right click, delete layer. Yes. I'll take that back off. But an image I did for Wagsy, I thought they were being serious. This is how I did your original Gamer picture, Jenna. I used a I used the picture of your car from Rocket League. I put that in there, so that is on my computer somewhere. Your Rocket League car. But this is what I did for Wagsy. So right click, copy, and I want it above here. And just click in there once, paste it in, right click it, free transform. This one worked a lot better. Drag it in there, tick to save the changes, otherwise you won't be able to do anything else. Turn that one back on, and voila! Look at that. Using an image, you know, it works better with like pattern-based images, so like things that you might see on a wallpaper or something like that. When I say wallpaper, I mean real life, not desktop background wallpaper. And then the name, although if you didn't have the name already, that bit there, like I said before, press the text icon, we want white. There we go, okay. Poop. FLC poop. But that's it. That, like I said, it's so easy. Like, and I've showed you how to make a new one. That was easy. And we've also gone over how to edit one as well. So, Jenna, if you ever get Photoshop and you want to muck around with your own, this is how you can do it. It is so easy. But yeah, that's about it. Ciao.